How's it, guys? Welcome to another video. If you tuned in last video, you saw that I did a first ride review on a G310. You guys can really check that out if you really want to. But yeah, right now I am here with my friend David, and he's going to tell you a bit about his bike. And this is his our review on his bike.
So this is my Honda cbr250r. It's pretty nifty for little 250.
And how are you liking the bike? Is it comfortable?
Not as comfortable as yours, no, but it's a pretty good commuter to work and so on. So it's pretty good for a beginner bike. It's absolutely awesome for a beginner bike.
We're just gonna give some specs on the bike right now. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the engine.
All right. So my little baby is a 249.6cc engine, which is liquid cooled and 4-stroke, and it produces about 26.4 horsepower at 19.4 kilowatts at about 8,500 RPMs. So that's my little rascal.
So that's the engine.
That's my engine.
Okay,
yeah.
And how do you feel? How do you feel about the engine? I mean, how is it for you?
It's pretty good for a beginner's bike.
Okay.
So yeah, it pulls away at low RPMs, about like 5,000 to 8,000. It's where it makes peak power, and so it's pretty good for commuting and pulling away in traffic and so on.
Yeah, look, would you say that the person that has experience with motorcycles already is going to have fun on this bike?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Well, it might not be able to go as fast as a 600, but I've personally pushed it to 175 kilometers per hour, but for 200 that is freaking impressive. And because it's a single cylinder, it's pretty nifty, so it pulls away really nice, and the cornering is nice. It's got the sporty look to it and the very nice tires as well, so yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, then I think we can then talk about the tank. So the fuel capacity of the tank is 13 liters. It's comfortable and compact, with good grip for riders. I don't think
I don't have any pads on.
No, well, it's I mean, when I rode it for that night, David and I went out riding. We decided we're gonna somewhere just ride each other's bikes. I didn't really have good grip on the tank. I mean, like David said, he doesn't have any what's it called?
I have no idea what it's called, so don't be angry if I get it wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's called grip pads instead of
grip pads or tank pads or I don't know. But I can imagine once you put something on like that onto the tank, then it'll be a little bit more easier to grip onto. I guess you'll have more stability and be more comfortable on the bike, knowing you've got grip against the bike. The material of the tank is steel, so yeah, just
it weighs 161 kgs.
Yeah, I mean the bike is that with fuel, like topped up?
I have no idea, but I think it's just the chassis. It's 161 kgs, so it is pretty light for 250.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty light, but there's always, if you're a beginner, there's always a chance where you may just accidentally drop the bike. I mean, when I started riding, I dropped my bike quite a few times, luckily on grass. But unfortunately, it's just don't drop it, otherwise you dent it.
Yeah, don't drop it, and do not drive on grass, because I've made that mistake and I fell. So do not drive on grass. All right, so the gauge, it's a pretty gauge. It's an analog gauge, and the controls are pretty big. You can easily flip things and put things on, and yeah, the lights also premium, sort of. But the control cluster shows you your heat that you have on your engine and the fuel you have left and how fast you're going, and it can count your mileage.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. One thing I would change is you can't see the dialogue in the night because it's dark and there's no interior light for the thing.
Does it have ABS?
It has no ABS.
Okay, does it have traction control?
It has no traction control.
Does it have different mode settings?
It has no modes.
So what you see is what you get, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we can then talk about lights.
You get your dim light, which is it's okay, it's standard, and then your beam for your headlights, it's okay. You can see pretty well when you're driving. Your flickers, you can pretty see them. They are huge. They like stick out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, your mirrors also freaking good mirrors. I can see like Connor 5 miles behind me when he's driving on the freeway. But yeah, it's taillights. I think the taillights is probably pretty sexy for the bike. So yeah, so the lights.
Now let's talk about suspension. Listen, I'm not the biggest guy. David isn't the smallest guy, but you can clearly tell that he's smaller than me. I'm quite big. Suspension is comfortable, but what I could tell riding that one night on his bike, it handled my weight. I'm roughly 95 kg.
I weigh 75.
Okay, well you can do the math there. And how is it for you?
I mean, it handles my weight really well, you know, especially when cornering and so on. I mean, especially on the potholes, you know, like weaving through the potholes and like hit all the bumps. The suspension is a little hard for me because I'm a little lighter than Connor, but it handles it really well.
Yeah, no, the suspension is quite nice. I mean, it handled my weight, so I would say it's comfortable riding. It's not too stiff and it's not too too soft.
It has a comfortable balance to it. It's not, yeah, you can do multiple things with it. Like if you want to go speeding, you know you have your wheels planted on the ground, and if you just want to cruise, it's also got that balance of being a little bit soft. So yeah.
For the front, it's got a 37mm telescopic fork. For the rear, it's got Pro Link single shock with 5-position preload adjustability. Performance, as you said, comfortable with city riding. We didn't say city riding, but it's comfortable.
Okay, so it has 17-inch alloy rims, and then the brakes are front is a 296mm disc with a 2-piston caliber. The back brake is a 220mm disc with a single piston caliber, so that's pretty good.
I would actually like to talk about ergonomics now. David, how tall are you?
I have no idea, but
You're about 180. That's about 6
6 foot something.
Yeah, 6 foot. Look at the angle of his legs.
Pretty comfortable ride. Yeah.
You've got a slightly slightly attacking position on the bike as you would have on a super sport.
But it's not too aggressive.
It's not too. It's not too aggressive. You can still feel comfortable while riding the bike. Seat. It's pretty wide.
It's got that pad.
It's got the nice padding at the back so you don't slip off. Passenger seat there. It's very. No, it's not even. This is wide. Yeah, this is wide. No, like if you were a passenger, you'll feel comfortable sitting on this bike.
These handlebars, I would advise not holding onto these because you might just fall backwards, because I've done that by accidentally sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was like riding like this, and then he decided to pull away, and I was like, so don't hold on these. I mean, you could probably in slower speeds, but just hold on to your dude in front there, and you'll be fine.
Windshield, it's a little low down. I'm not too sure. I'm sure that you'll be able to get aftermarket windshields. I do quite enjoy the double bubble on the Super Sports. I don't know if you've seen the double bubble.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So this is a bubble.
Oh, yeah.
So the aftermarket ones, they're a little bit higher up. and then it's got another bubble just slightly higher up than that. I'll show you pictures.
All right.
Yeah,
you'll put it on for your camera.
Yeah, here's a picture.
I probably put it on the wrong place there. If you tuck, it's pretty good, but if you don't and you're just chilling, it's not all that good, but it's pretty good when you tuck. So
about where does the wind hit you?
Let's see, I'm seeing it's like there, like right there, my eyeballs, like there.
Okay, so just roughly about halfway up the helmet, basically.
Yeah, depending on how tall you are.
Yeah. Pros and cons with riding this bike.
So I wouldn't necessarily go on long distance trips with this bike because it's going to get a little uncomfortable after a while, but for commuting to work and everyday life, it is perfect. It's probably better than perfect because it's light on fuel, it is a light bike, and it's not slow. It can go pretty fast. So besides that, and then rain, I wouldn't drive in the rain because you don't have ABS, so but if you have to, just drive slow and only use your back brake if necessary. So
the pros of this bike: second hand, it's this many dollars. Brand new, it's this many dollars. Also pros, mirrors are
really good.
Well, I mean, it's placed in a very good spot. You'll be able to see what's happening behind you. Seat is nice and wide. Passenger seat as well, also nice and wide. Because it's fuel injected, it's light on fuel.
That's really responsive. Did I say it already?
Pros, it's really responsive, as David thinks he said. I don't know if he did say.
I don't know.
So David, I'm so glad that you reached out and offered to do a review on your bike. It's a very nice bike. I hope to see you again. Just want to end off with saying thank you. And
not that big.
What?
I don't want to say it again, but
he says he's feeling touched, but not in that way.
Yeah,
and yeah, so guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please subscribe if you want to see more content. And
who doesn't want to see us talk about random stuff about the bike? That's just subscribe, you know.
Yeah, it's like subscribe. And if you want to see David, please just tell me in the comments. And also, still again, if you got any thoughts, any ideas for future videos, please leave it in the comment section. And hope to see you guys again soon. Cheers.
Goodbye.